For those who may be new to this slide gives you some links to further information on the concept. Feel free to have a look at that, think about it, and come to your own decisions about it. This is the sequence that I currently use. It came from a number of sources, including Stuart Holroyd's briefing for the landing on planet Earth. Feel free to adapt this as you consider appropriate. This week, BPM Energy is focused in the USA, West Asia, which extends up into Europe, and the Southern Ocean, which extends up through Australia and archipelagic Southeast Asia into the West Pacific. BPM energy is lowest in Northern Africa, which extends into Central Africa and the South Atlantic Ocean. Although I've forgotten to do the non-BPM contours, non-BPM energy is focused in the East Pacific and extends eastward through South America to the South Atlantic Ocean, then to the Indian Ocean and up into Northern Africa. Non-BPM energy is lowest in the Antarctic and East Asia and Central America. So generally, BPM energy is quite high. I have the sense that this is due to Biden being accepted as the incoming US president and the Christian celebration of Christmas and the associated social and commercial activities. It would be very nice to get people into something closer to the generous, happy Christmas spirit through the rest of the year, although I must acknowledge that this is also a time of considerable loneliness and exclusion for many people. That can be particularly increased because of the commercial nature of many Western nations' celebration of Christmas. Going back to the commentary, the focus on non-BPM energy in the East Pacific and Northern Africa has the sense of building up for revenge, but the massive cyclone in the East Pacific this week also has a major influence. This week there is slightly more BPM energy than non-BPM, but the large area of the East Pacific has allowed a store of non-BPM energy to be accumulated there that is quite significant. In terms of major changes with regard to BPM energy, on an area basis, the North Atlantic and West Pacific Oceans have more, the South Atlantic, Indian, Southern and East Pacific Oceans have less. With regard to population, North America and East Asia have more BPM energy, while Northern Africa and South Asia have less. With regard to non-BPM energy, on an area basis, the East Pacific Ocean has a lot more non-BPM energy, while North America and the West Pacific Ocean have less. On a population basis, Europe and Northern Africa have more non-BPM energy, while North America has less. This week, we start by building up BPM energy in the Antarctic, Southern Ocean, Australia, archipelagic Southeast Asia, which is still being very, very impressive, and the West Pacific. That energy then rolls continuously to the west throughout the week. Initially, on Monday, we go through East Asia, mainland Southeast Asia, and the Indian Ocean. Then we go through Central Asia and Siberia and South Asia, through into South and Central Africa, West Asia and Russia. Then we go through into Northern Africa, Europe and the Atlantic, and also up into the Arctic, finishing by doing all of the Americas and the West Pacific Ocean. So it's a continuous wave rolling around the planet. Okay, so Earth has a sense of fear of the other. There's a lot of looking outwards, but in fear. Water's also focused outwards, but it's BPM. So is that compassion or empathy perhaps? Fire's strongly BPM and balanced in outlook, which is good. Air, on the other hand, is non-BPM and massively focused inwards. Ether is moderately inwards looking, but is strongly BPM. So, what to make of the pattern this week? Well, the main thing is to work out which element to work on. Air concerns me. It has the potential to restrict BPM fire, and of the elements that could assist it, generative water is BPM, but controlling earth is not. Earth in turn is being controlled by BPM ether and generated by BPM fire, so that's largely okay. So this week, in my opinion, the world needs to focus on having a better non-physical BPM air energy. To aid that, particularly given the extraordinary inwards focus, the bind rune that I've selected for this week is Perspective. So mote it be.